Howdy folks, it's Not Jay from Not Jay's Tabletop Gaming, and this video brings us to the South Pacific and taking a look at the Imperial Japanese Navy battleship Yamato. So strap on in and let's get going. Here we have the Imperial Japanese Navy battleship Yamato. She was the largest battleship, along with her sister, the Musashi, to ever be built. She was laid down on November 4th, 1937, launched August 8th, 1940, and commissioned in 9 short days after the attack of Pearl Harbor on December 16th, 1941. She was ultimately sunk by American aircraft on April 7th, 1945, during the Operation Tingo. As I said, she was the Yamato class battleship, lead battleship, coming in at almost 72,000 tons full combat load. 840 feet long at the waterline, 863 feet overall. Her beam was 127.5 feet, and she carried a draft of just over 36 feet. Her 12 boilers could put out 150,000 shaft horsepower. With 4 steam turbines spinning 4 propellers, she could make 27 knots. She had a range of 7,200 nautical miles at the speed of 16 knots. Her complement was 3,233, and as she is shown here in the model, she had 9 18-inch guns in 3 triple turrets. She carried a total of 12 6.1-inch guns in 4 triple turrets. She also carried 12 5-inch guns in 6 twin turrets, and then she also had 24 1-inch guns in 8 triple turrets and 4 13.2 millimeter anti-aircraft machine guns in 2 twin turrets. By the time 1945 rolled around, she had reduced her 6.1-inch guns from 12 to 6 in 2 triple turrets, and increased her 5-inch guns from 12 to 24. She also had a total of 162 1-inch anti-aircraft guns and kept the same number of 13.2 millimeter guns. Her armor was very thick, coming in at 16 inches on the waterline. Her deck armor was 8 to 9 inches thick. The gun turrets themselves were almost 26 inches thick. So she was a huge, huge ship. She only fired her guns in combat once when she was sent to engage the American forces during the Battle of Leyte Gulf. She encountered the escort carrier group Task Force 77 Taffy 3 in the Battle of Samar. The American jeep carriers actually turned the Japanese back after American air attacks convinced that they were engaging a powerful U.S. carrier fleet. They saw the carriers, they fired at them, but through attacks from the air arm of these little carriers and just the sheer tenacity of the destroyers and light cruisers and light escort carriers, just shooting everything they had, 5-inch guns, 40 millimeter guns, just everything they could get out there, caused them to turn around. Operation Tingo, where she was ultimately destroyed, was pretty devastating all in all. During this battle, Yamato was hit no less than 8 torpedoes and 15 bombs, and severely cut her ability to, be able to fight drastically. Within 30 minutes, she went from being, within an hour almost, she went from being a fully capable fighting ship to rolling over and capsizing. So the largest battleship ever built was destroyed in the same fashion that our battleships had been destroyed 4 years earlier during the Battle of or the attack on Pearl Harbor. Here's a couple of photos of the IJN Yamato. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So there you have the Imperial Japanese Navy battleship Yamato. I actually have painted her previously, a different model obviously, and this one's slightly different. She is a dark gray where the previous one was a light gray, just so I could differentiate the two. One is going to be the Yamato, the other one's going to be Musashi. But the ship was turned out pretty nice. It is a good model, very well detailed as you can see, and there's not a lot to paint when there's not really any camouflage. I mean, it's straight, gray and deck brown as it were. So, but all in all, good ship, quick to paint. All told, from the time I sat down to the time I stopped the video, it was like 32 minutes. So, and that was with a couple of minutes finding a couple of things before I got going. So, but hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.